Welcome back to Religion in the News. My guest today is Jessica Reed. She's the program coordinator of the United Way of Central Indiana. Welcome to our program.
Hi, thank you for having us.
It's good to have you.
Thanks.
Now, I was speaking to, I believe it's Megan Strahan, and she talked highly about some of these exciting programs and events that you guys have coming up. I know you are the program coordinator. Talk to us a minute about just kind of your overall vision of the the United Way here in Central Indiana.
Sure. United Way really focuses on addressing today's needs in order to reduce tomorrow's needs. And we do that in two ways. One is through our two initiatives, which we have our addressing school and education through our Ready to Learn, Ready to Earn program, which really gets youth ready for school so that they can graduate on time and go out into the community and be ready to earn. Our second initiative is sustaining vital human services, which we do through a number of ways, including funding over 100 nonprofit agencies in Central Indiana.
And I know that many people are familiar with the United Way more as an umbrella organization, but the United Way is very hands-on within their own programs. And thinking of that, I believe you have an event coming up here that focuses on youth. Why don't you talk to us about that?
Sure. In the Volunteer Center, we really work on getting people engaged in the community with our mission through volunteerism and service. The way that we're doing that coming up is with Youth Day of Caring, and the goal is really to engage youth in service and volunteerism, get them out into the community giving back. And Youth Day of Caring this year, it's our 17th annual event, and that will be on Friday and Saturday, April 15th and 16th.
Now that's exciting. Now let's talk a little bit about what goes on during the Youth Day, this particular event. This is your 17th one. What could a student expect who would attend?
Sure. We have a number of projects. They range from outdoor and indoor projects all over Central Indiana in our 6-county region. And it can include going to a park and helping prepare that park for their upcoming summer season with raking leaves, planting flowers, helping in the gardens. And we have a number of indoor projects. They could be making cards for senior citizens. We have a really interesting project coming up where kids will be helping to make different types of arts and crafts that will be used at a nonprofit fundraising event. So there's a number of different exciting ways to get involved.
Wow. And it sounds like that perhaps, well, let me just ask the question instead of put words in your mouth, but is this the type of thing where they could kind of choose what they desire, what they like to do?
Yes. You know, groups of different types can really sign up, and individuals can as well. And when they go online to look at different projects, we have a number of them listed. And so they can choose the activity that will fit their group the best and that interests them the most.
That's exciting. Now, I'm sure that there's some kind of impact on these youth. What, do you have a story you can share with us? Or I'm sure you probably see this on an annual basis, but how do the youth respond to this type of program?
Well, really this program is impactful all over the community. Not only does it help nonprofits by helping them address projects that they really need to address and that will help them further their mission, but it also helps the youth in the community because as youth are volunteering at a young age, they really learn how to carry on in the community as adults, learning it early, how to be a caring, civic-minded adult.
Absolutely, and give them something to do to keep them off the streets.
Absolutely.
Sure. Now, what's the date of that event again?
That's Friday and Saturday, April 15th and 16th. Okay,
and so that's coming up here real soon. What other events do you have coming up in the future that you could talk about?
Sure. We also have an event on April 14th, which is Faith United. And we're encouraging faith-based groups of all types to come. It's a half-day summit that we're holding at United Way. And it's really about finding out ways that faith groups would like to be engaged in the community with United Way, how we can help them through service and volunteerism be more engaged, and what opportunities maybe they're already doing that we can help faith groups connect.
Absolutely. It sounds to me like the United Way's mission is really community-oriented first, and then it has a special emphasis on youth, as far as from what I'm hearing. Now, what do you, as just the program coordinator, what do you like about what you do, and what do you find exciting here with United Way here in Indiana?
Well, it's a great place to work, particularly because you know every day that what you're working on is helping the community and that your work really is giving back.
Sure, sure. I'm sure you get a lot of gratification out of that.
Absolutely.
Now, if you don't mind, I want to flip back to this Youth Day because that sounds like a very exciting thing. I don't know if you have numbers that you could give us, but what type of turnout do you usually see on something like this?
We have a lot of turnout each year. This year I know we have about 1,500 youth already signed up, and that might sound like a big number, but we want to go more. And there's plenty of opportunities available for everyone. So as more youth sign up, and adults are welcome as well, we have plenty of opportunities, and we will keep as more sign up, we can do more. So
Absolutely.
we want to encourage everyone to come out.
1,500 youth sounds like quite a big number to me.
Big impact.
That's exciting. Well, Jessica, we're going to go ahead and put your contact information up for our viewers that would like to get more information on your programs and maybe even perhaps volunteer. We only have a few seconds left, but if you can tell us in about 10 seconds maybe some of the needs that you have, why don't you go ahead and do that?
Sure. You can find all of the projects listed at United Way's website, which is uwci.org, which stands for United Way of Central Indiana, and that will really show the needs and different projects we have available.
Coming up. Well, Jessica, thank you for being our guest this morning on
you.
Religion in the News. We wish you much success.
Thank you.
All right, Kira, now to you.
My guest talks about making a living, making cakes, right after this. Welcome back. My guest today is Lucretia Allen and Angelo Allen of Cretia Cakes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So I know you are big on cakes, but how did you get your start in this business?
I actually used to bake with my sisters. I have older sisters, so I would always bake with them. And my sisters would always call me like Miss Betty Crocker, and all my friends would call me Miss Betty Crocker.
So about how long have you been baking?
I would say ever since I was like in the 2nd or 3rd grade.
Wow. Now I know that was like my passion I was with it, but I don't have anything on you. Okay, so what inspired you besides your sisters? I mean, was there a motherly influence or grandmother or someone along the way that was always in the kitchen baking?
No, my mother is not a baker, so I guess I just took that over from her, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in order for you to go into this business, were you required to take any classes, or did you have to go through any programs or anything?
I had enrolled at Ivy Tech, and I received a degree in hospitality, and I specialized in baking and pastry arts.
Oh, okay. So first you went for hospitality, and then...
No, it was actually
like a major or minor type of deal.
Right, it was actually a major and minor. I actually had originally went for my accounting degree, but that wasn't for me.
Wow. So, Mr. Angelo, the baker's man.
Right.
What was your role in all of this? How did you come into the play?
I actually came into this after being laid off from my job. I initially was a drafter for a local home builder, drawing floor plans for homes. So now, in turn, I draw floor plans for cakes, just as far as making sure the structure is right and our cakes aren't falling apart.
Okay, so were you required to take any art classes on top of all of that?
No.
Really? So were you doing specialty cakes before Cretia Cakes came into the picture?
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so Mr. Art Man, not just the baker's man, now you're the art man. Tell me, like, did you have to go through any classes yourself as far as all of this is concerned?
Everything that I've learned as far as the bakery, I've learned from her. I've always been involved in some type of art, barber, hairstylist.
Wow.
Architecture, so I've always done drafting or some type of artwork, so it kind of was natural except for the kitchen part, and that's where she came in.
Okay. Now, I know you're a mom. What do you do for the kids? I mean, I know they got a bag for cakes and everything.
Yes.
How does that work?
My daughter, she's come up with pictures, drawings, where she wants how her cakes to look and everything, and what's coming off of them, and all that.
And how old is she?
She's 9.
Wow, she's starting early.
Yes.
Taking the art side from Daddy.
Yeah, she was my overseer for her birthday cake this year.
Oh, wow. 9 years old. That has to be wonderful. Okay, so now, if there was somebody who was interested in getting a start in this business, what piece of advice would you give them?
Write the vision. Write the vision, make a business plan, write everything out, every little detail, things that you may think, oh, you know, it's a little detail. Write it down anyway, because you could still go off of that.
And I know being a small business, you probably face some type of challenges. What are those type of challenges so people who do have that desire to go into business know what they're going to come up against?
Right. You wear so many hats. I'm the marketer, the accountant, you know, the baker, wash dishes, all of it.
And that's the usual with entrepreneurs, especially a beginning business. But how long have you been in business?
5 years now.
5 years, wow. And were you originally did you originally start here in Indianapolis or did you start somewhere else?
No, I started here.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, now we got to talk about the fun stuff. What are some of your favorite types of cakes to bake? I mean, I know you do a number of cakes, but what are like your favorites?
I would say definitely sculpted. That's his area. It's a challenge, but you know, I think a lot of the customers when they come in, they're looking for the challenge, and they give it to us.
Yes.
So give us a peek, an inside view of what a baker goes through as far as the specialty cakes. Like if someone wanted a wedding cake, is that something that can be done in a day? Does it take several days? I mean, how does that work?
Well, it would all depend on their decoration and how detailed their cake is. If it's something fairly simple, we can start on it in that day and get it finished in that day. But if it's something over the top and we have to make certain pieces, that could take a few days to make those pieces to go on that cake.
Cool. Well, if someone was interested in getting in contact with you all, what would they need to do? How do they reach out to you?
Well, they can email us. On our website, we have www.creciacakes.com, or they can reach us by phone, 632-3554, and contact us that way.
Okay, and where are you all located?
3652 West 16th Street.
All right, well, thank you so much for being our guest today, and I wish you the best. Now we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with more Religion in the News.
Welcome back. Be sure to tune in to Religion in the News next week and in the upcoming weeks as we join the Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis in their journey to the 2012 Centennial Celebration. For more information on how you can participate, visit indyfaith.org. Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you for joining us. You can share your upcoming event on our calendar by sending it to us at least 2 weeks in advance to the Wish TV address on the screen, or email your event and prayer requests to us at religion@wishtv.com. You can also check us out on Facebook under Religion in the News. Check out our guest information and calendar events this week by visiting wishtv.com, click on Community, and then on Religion in the News. Also visit the Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis' website at indyfaith.org. Now here's our calendar. Have a great week.